What up, 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 good people? What's good? Happy hump day. Another one. Another episode of Live on episode 229. Teddy, are you there? Teddy, are you here? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Am I froze? Is my mic on? I don't want to have to blame it on face, all right? I ain't versus nobody but myself. Period. As y'all coming on into the show, let me know that you were here. Let me know where you were tuning in from and where you watching from. And go ahead and do me a favor and share this stream out right now to your family and friends and let them know that you were tuned in for Live on London episode 229. And they should be tuned in too. Because we have a lot to discuss. So much to discuss. Ooh, and the spill with London is good too. Cause I still am a little like, ooh, I read it, I pre-read it, and I don't know what I would do in this situation. So I'm gonna be marinating on it while we get to it, and then when I read it, I'm gonna let y'all tell me y'all opinions on it too. But again, go ahead and share this stream out, let your family and friends know that you are tuned in, and they should be tuned in too. Quick shout outs, what up, Mama Mash, what up, K Rob, what up, Sade, what up, Stan? I see y'all, that's who I see coming into the room. I don't know you're here unless you comment. You got to comment for me, let me know you're here. But let's go ahead and get a long show. Let's go get things started and kicked off. Let's talk about these stimulus checks. At this point, I imagine mostly everybody who has at least direct deposit when they deal with IRS receive their stimulus check of $1,200 or so. More, of course, if you have kids, because you get $500 each for them. But I'm wondering, with churches being closed, if any of y'all contributed virtually to your church home and paid your tithes, your 10% as they say you're supposed to pay. I ain't never paid no tithes. I contribute what I can when I was going to a church or a place of worship, the Kingdom Hall. But I ain't paid no tithes. So I'm curious to know if y'all paid y'all tithes, because this here pastor here that we're about to play this video for says that y'all need to give them $1,200 checks, the whole check, to the church. Check it out. What up, HQ?
Hashtag Pastor Spell Stimulus Challenge. Free rules. Number one, April the 19th, 2020. It begins. Rule number two, donate your stimulus money. Rule number three,
This guy.
donate it to evangelists, North American evangelists who haven't
Straight
had an
face.
offering in a month, missionaries who haven't had an offering in a month, music ministers who haven't had an offering in a month. I'm donating my entire stimulus, $1,200. My wife is donating her stimulus, $1,200. My son is donating his stimulus, $600. Hashtag Pastor Spell Stimulus Challenge. If you don't have a church, give through my website, www.ltcbr.com, Larry Tango Charlie Baton Rouge.com. I'm here on the Mississippi.
Now, here's my thing. This man said, did y'all catch it when he said he's giving his entire stimulus check, his wife's giving her stimulus check, as well as the son is giving his stimulus check to the church? Now, I don't know how things work in some of these mega churches and other churches, whatever, but don't if you give it to the church, it's kind of already going back to the pastor anyways? Now, I could be wrong, and I'm trying to do some quick, simple math, but I would think if your household is giving $3,600 and you're the pastor of the church, that $3,600 is technically going back into your house. But what do I know? I ain't no pastor. I ain't remember nobody flock at this point, so it is what it is. Thank y'all for those who are coming through. I'll see y'all in now. What up, CJ? What up, Meg? What up, Lisa? You had to say why he say challenge like that. Well, he ain't getting the check. What up, Mama Mash? Yeah, like he got me messed up. Like, I don't understand anybody who can give a $1,200 check away. You clearly must didn't need it, and I need to have my bills back. I definitely paid some bills with mine. I'm gonna keep it all the way real, right? And I still got an income. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. But I put that check towards a credit card bill. I'm gonna be complete gone. Here one day, gone the next. That's what it was. And because I was trying to wait for some more people to get into the room, y'all know I like to kick things off with title and artist. So let's take it back a little step real quick. I'm gonna recite some lyrics to a song, and it is your job to hop into the comments with the title of the song and the artist who sings it. And here's a hint: I took this song from a playlist from the Verses with Babyface and Teddy Riley, which we're gonna get into next. All right, and if you're just not joining again, share this stream out. What up, Dez? What up, Corey? What up, Michelle Young? If you're just not joining, go ahead and share this stream out to your family and friends. Let them know that you were tuned in, and they should be tuned in too. So, like, here you go. Here go the lyrics. I climbed the highest hill, crossed the widest sea. Nothing could discourage me, and I pray that you will be always there for me, forever more. I'm gonna give it to you one more time. I'd climb the highest hill, cross the widest sea. Nothing could discourage me. And I pray that you will be always there for me forever more. All right, I ain't giving no more. I gave y'all more links than what I normally ever do. And if y'all don't get it by the end of the show, I'm going to grace y'all with a few ha. I'm going to sing it to you. All right, by the end of the show if y'all don't get it. But if you know it, drop it into the comments, the title and the artist of the song. And again, if you're just not joining, go ahead and share the stream out. What up? Oh, thank you, Mama Mash. I try to look good. I figured I get a little snazzy. We're going to talk about why I got a little snazzy later on in the show, too, all right? What up, Marquita? Cedar says, me too. I made my contribution to the church, but giving the entire thing defeats the purpose of getting head. Absolutely. Exactly, Crystal. What up, Willie? So let's get into these verses. Let's first get into. So wasn't initially watching it, but I have an amazing group chat with my amazing friends. Shout out to the ATL fam and New York. I see you, Des. And so I didn't watch Saturday night or whatever night it was, but I did watch the next night or 2 nights later when it was on. I think it was Monday, maybe. But so this was the first couple of tweets that came out from at Maverick Music _. It says, Black people across the world watching Teddy Riley versus Babyface right now. #versus. Because Teddy Riley couldn't get his shit together. Hence the reason why I titled the show, Teddy, Are You There? Or Teddy, Are You There? Because he had this full band. And let's go ahead and get into even like a couple of more things. Right here, it says, Michael Blackson tweeted, Teddy came with his background singers and dancers, crew setup, DJ, turntables, green screen, and a full outfit, while Babyface came with his iPhone and a playlist. Now, there's an indoors rain delay. I want my money back, mother suckers. Fortunately, we did not have to pay anything to watch this versus challenge. Although Teddy Riley did want to get paid initially, which was some bullshit. Oh, snap. I see you, Stan. Stan say ready or not after 7. Everybody drop some trophy emojis in the comments right now for my boy Stan. He got it right. That is ready or not after 7. I should have known you would have got it. I think you liked this song. You said it in the group text. But yeah, shout out to Stan. Drop some trophy emojis right now in the comments for my man Stan. But yeah, so Teddy Riley the first night had a full production ready and he couldn't get his sound together. Like, where was your mic check? What happened? Like, I do so many mic checks at this point, especially one primary mic check I do is make sure that my mic is actually on, because I've done a show where the first 5 minutes y'all heard nothing from me, all right? You live and you learn, though. You live and you learn. But in addition to that, there's a new phrase that we now call baby-faced. And so we're going to break it down between the verb and the noun. So the verb, the act of being unbothered, particularly by someone's mess. Another verb, the act of refusing to allow other people to make their problem your problem. Because Teddy definitely tried to make it Babyface's problem. Babyface was like, I'm here and I'm ready. What's good? In his blazer. Noun, the ability to see foolishness forming around in front of you, yet not getting any of it on you. And that's how I like to operate personally myself. Then he says, and using a couple of examples in a sentence, I have not concerned myself with that. I am completely baby-faced by this entire situation. And then lastly, I see the mess coming. I'm about to baby-face this whole situation. So for the rest of 2020, we don't mind our business when it don't pertain to us. We're going to simply say we baby-facing it. We don't even see it. We're not going to acknowledge it. We're not going to participate in it. We good. All right. What up, Al? Love you too, Core. What up, Ashley? So I have a couple more. So the whole versus challenge #1 even started because of Swizz Beatz and Timbaland, I guess, apparently. So here's a quick video of them now wanting to get Diddy and Dre to do one.
What I'm telling the
I have
people
thoughts on
is
this.
Dr. Dre,
And if you're just not joining again, share this stream out right now. Please and thank you.
we need him and P. Diddy. And I'm saying it, man. We need Dr. Dre versus P. Diddy. Pay per
We
view.
need that.
Pay per view for the COVID. Let's bring the two kings in and give back to the people. This is a give back to the people. Dr. Dre, P. Diddy, we are calling you to give back to the people. Paid per view, UFC style with verses as a celebration, not a battle, a celebration. You understand? Let's go. Chair.
Let's dance.
So Tim and Swizz have already like trademarked apparently the verses, the spelling of it. And I think they're gonna try to have a TV show once things get back to normal. We're gonna see what happens. I do like the concept, but I don't necessarily personally need to see Diddy and Dre, because again, I feel like the whole East Coast West Coast thing. I agree with Wendy Williams with that, but I would like to see Diddy versus Jermaine Dupri. Let me know what y'all thoughts are. I want to see a Bad Boy versus So So Def. That's what I would like to see personally. Let me know what y'all think. Drop into the comments what you feeling. If you think that would be it. Dad says this hat, you better give me dapper gentleman vibes. You know, I try to do a little something there once in a while. This I need to start putting on clothes because being in my sweats all day in a t-shirt undershirt really ain't cutting it no more. Like, I need to feel good about myself. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into that a little more later in the show still too. All right. Marty says R.I.P. Melvin Edmonds. Oh, he was. Oh, and after 7, y'all be on y'all music history. I don't know. I just still listen to the songs. What up, Sam? And if you're just not joining again, share this stream and let your people know that you're watching and they should be watching too. So again, I think there should definitely be a So Def versus Bad Boy challenge. I went to the Bad Boy reunion back in 2016 when I first moved to Atlanta. Actually, literally my first night of working up here. And it was so dope. So I would want to see like So Def versus Bad Boys. But then in addition to that, the internet disrespected Bow Wow because they want them to do. They want Bow Wow, or excuse me, Shad Moss and Romeo Miller to go head to head. And I'm just like, let's be honest. Like, Bow Wow may have fallen off as far as like musically and just whatever's going on mentally with him. You know, that whole Jetgate situation. But when it comes to catalog, we clearly know who the obvious winner would be. Like, he is and still to this day would be Mr. 106 in Park. Like, for our generation and some even younger than me. Like, he will forever be Mr. 106 in Park. He owned 106 in Park when it came to music videos and music. So that's my opinion. But I definitely don't need to see the two of them compete. But I do want to see So Def versus Bad Boys. That's my opinion, personally. But moving along from there, so that took place. We'll see what's up next. But shout outs to Babyface and to Teddy Riley for getting back on and getting it right the second time. I couldn't even get into Babyface's live stream. I had to watch from a third party, Lala Milan. Shout out to Lala Milan. And it was so dope. It was just definitely a vibe and thoroughly enjoyed it. So if you missed it, you missed out on a part of history, in my opinion. Hopefully you can catch some clips maybe on YouTube. Check it out. But in addition to that, recently, as you know, Joe Biden is definitely the candidate for the Democrats. And he recently was on an interview and said this in regards to Michelle Obama.
I've heard some speculation about Michelle Obama as vice president. If she said to you she'd be willing to be your running mate, would you ask her?
Oh, I'd take her in a heartbeat. She's brilliant. She knows the way around. She is a really fine woman.
I mean, let's be honest. This would make total sense. I mean, I'm sure Michelle Obama is not going to be his running mate just because she has no interest. She says, if you read a book, and even running for president at any point or being president at any point, and to be vice president, you never know what could happen to where you might have to step into the president's role. But hands down, I think it will be like a landslide of votes. Like, everybody loves Michelle Obama. Like, who doesn't? Trump? Like, come on. She's like one of the most recognizable faces and personalities ever. Most famous first lady, in my opinion. And ever will be probably in this lifetime. So it would be a no-brainer. He would easily win all minority votes, I would say, for sure. I said what I said. What up, Ivory? But in addition, since we on politics real quick, let's go ahead and get into this right here. Like, so I saw this and I tripped out because it said, when does season 2 of 2020 start? I don't like season 1. And I put that simply because, like, states are apparently trying to open back up. And we know which states we're talking about here. Let's go ahead and get into it. Where I am currently, and my hometown even, my home state. This says, if you are in Georgia or Florida right now, you can get your hair and nails done for your own funeral. And so the thing is, like, why are these states trying to open them? Like, and I'll even give it to Florida for opening up the beaches. Like, no big, right? And I'll jump into the comments in a minute. What up? Oh God, there's a lot of people watching. What's up, Grizzle? What's up, Miss Eva Joe? What up, Tyrone? What up, KJ? But so with the beaches opening, I get it, because seeing how parks are still open and trails and all kind of stuff in Georgia, we just don't have a beach in Atlanta. So I'm sure the beach in Atlanta would be like people on it too if it was one. So I get the beaches. But when it comes down to just opening up all these non-essential places, such as nail salons and barber and beauty salons, bowling alleys, movie theaters, like especially bowling alleys, the sheer thought, this is probably why I don't even bowl at this point, of putting my fingers in these 3 holes on this ball that who knows them been putting their germs all over it, makes me want to vomit. I'm going to be quite frank with you. So I'm not with it. So Georgia's supposed to be opening up. Some places start on Friday, and then come Monday, everything is pretty much supposed to be open. Restaurants, all that kind of stuff. Bars. I ain't going nowhere still, I feel like, till probably late May, early June at like earliest. That's just me, personally, my opinion. What up, Sade? What up, Jarvis? I'm reading because I'm going to keep moving real quick as y'all commenting still. But then my girl Keisha, our mayor, Madam Mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms, it says, Georgia. Daddy said I can go outside and play. Atlanta, what your mama say? Because our girl Keisha, she ain't having it. She's not been biting her tongue at all. She's been on CNN, MSNBC, All even local news here, WSB TV with Javita Moore, my favorite. But let's check out what she had to say when she was on with Chris Kumar.
Capacity, but the pull of opening seems to be the strongest part of the mix right now. What do you do about that?
Chris, my mom owned a hair salon for over 25 years, so I understand the economic pull on this. This would have been devastating to my family for her to have to shut down her business for weeks on end. But you have to live to be able to fight another day. And so when we're talking about this economic pull and getting to recovery, if we're not alive on the other side of it, then there won't be a recovery to be had. And again, let's look at the data. We see our numbers are continuing to tick up in this state. We see that our deaths are rising. We have some of the highest asthma rates in the country right here in Atlanta. Our governor often defers to local control, and I wish that this were an instance that he deferred to local control.
All right, so with what she just said, I mean, it is simply, it goes back down to just simple, what common sense should be, in my opinion. Like, it doesn't make sense to run out there and be trying to get involved with things, and just wait, y'all. Just stay home, be safe. Let's take a look at this picture that one of my friends sent earlier of the Georgia World Congress Center that they have now turned into makeshift hospitals. When Governor Kemp was talking about, we have hospital beds, we have this, we have that, yada, 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 it's like, I was under the impression that you mean you have empty hospital beds at the actual hospitals. I don't know, Grady, Piedmont, Northside, not to where you created makeshift hospital rooms at the Georgia World Congress Center. Like, to me, this is insane. Like, y'all are preparing for, like, an increase, in coronavirus, like, patients or, like, people who are, like, dealing with it, or victims, I don't know, victims, I guess. And to me, why would you open up the state? Like, if that's the case, like, why would the numbers haven't, like, started to flatten or decrease or anything. So it just doesn't seem like it's a wise move. And so, in fact, hot off the press, literally like just 2 hours ago when we were getting this show together, Trump came on board and said this. Trump says it is too soon for Georgia to reopen its economy. Trump said that he does not agree with Governor Kemp reopening it up so soon and that it's a bit premature. And for Trump to say this, I'm like, well, what's really good? I'm like, has Keisha been going on all these news outlets and he done got his attention? And now he like, oh, hold up. Keisha said they shouldn't be open. We ain't opening it. Mama said no. All right. So even Trump said it's too soon. And again, feel for any businesses that may be like suffering right now. And even, again, people who've lost their jobs or on furlough or whatever the case may be. But I think until there's more of a hold on this virus, this coronavirus, that people just stay home, be safe. What up, Lawrence? What up, LTs? So jumping to the comments real quick. I'm seeing where Corey says stay home and be safe. Same from Stan. I'll be home by Kemp. Big ups to Keisha, VP Bottoms. Des says stay y'all asses home. It's coming from a New Yorker. And it's just so real. Like, there's nothing I need to get to so bad, or I feel like I've missed out on. That's why I got to be, like, outside of this frolicking about, like, everything's normal. Like, it's not. It's just not. So, word to the wise, y'all. Just stay home. And if that's not enough, let's take a look at this cheer that this gentleman put together. Just look at this. Q-U-A-R-A-N.
Said, won't you back up 6 feet?
Shout out to Crystal Gardner.
Quarantine, Q-U-A-R-A-N-T-I-N-E, quarantine, said, won't you back up 6 feet? Give me that quarantine.
Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored.
And if what Madam Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms had to say wasn't enough for you, and even this cheer from this young woman wasn't enough for you, let's be clear. The Queen has also spoken.
Tonight,
all right,
we celebrate true heroes.
Stay home.
Those who are making the ultimate sacrifice to keep us all safe, fed, and healthy. To the doctors, the nurses, and other healthcare workers who are away from their families, taking care of ours. We continue to pray for your safety. To those in the food industry, delivery workers, mail carriers, and sanitation employees who are working so that we can be safe in our homes, we thank you for your selfless service.
Cam?
Black Americans disproportionately belong to these essential parts of the workforce that do not have the luxury of working from home. And African American communities at large have been severely affected in this crisis. Those with pre-existing conditions are at an even higher risk. This virus is killing Black people at an alarmingly high rate here in America. A recent report from my home city, Houston, Texas, it showed that COVID-19 deaths within Houston city limits, 57% of fatal cases are African American. Please protect yourselves. We are one family, and we need you. We need your voices, your abilities, and your strength all over this world. I know it's very hard, but please be patient, stay encouraged, keep the faith, stay positive, and continue to pray for our heroes. Good night, and God bless you.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like watching that video put me like, it really made me very calm. Like, just very like, like Beyonce, she's right. I mean, and so I kind of also feel like this. If that video wasn't enough, even this tiger shot by Beyonce. So what Beyonce says goes. Beyonce said we're going to get through this. We're going to stay safe. But look at the look of shock on this tiger face. This tiger was shook and says, Beyonce? 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 That's what it really looks like. But moving along from there, even with all of that, from what Beyonce has said to say, Keisha Lance Bottoms, if for nothing else, this me right here all day. I don't care what Georgia opens up. I will be what? In the house. Y'all remember this show? I don't know what channel it used to come on, but Kim Wayne's, LL Cool J, Maya, and Alfonso Rivera. So Maya Campbell, that was her name. Damn, I wonder where Maya at. Remember when she was like real bad on drugs? Damn, I hope she alright and get off that stuff. For real, I ain't even trying to be funny about that. I'm serious. I hope she got off that stuff and like it's good now. She was dealing with a lot of issues. But even because I'm at the house, let's talk about it. People, you still need a bathe. Just because you haven't gone anywhere all day doesn't mean you don't have to take a bath. It does. And not only, again, take a bath, wash your face and brush your teeth. Now, I ain't saying you got to do that stuff as soon as you get up in the morning, but at some point in your day, hopefully earlier in the day than later, you at least wash your face before you jumping on these Zoom calls, before you FaceTiming me, before you making these IG and Facebook stories, and all I see is crust everywhere, all over your face. Take a shower, or at the least, wash your face and hit the hot spots and brush your teeth. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. That's all Grandma asking. Word to the wise, all right? Now, if you just not joining again, go ahead and share this stream out right now. Let your people and family and friends know that you're tuned in. What up, Randy? What up, Danica? Who else in here? Oh, UP. Come on, UP. And let me find out. Come on, Tyrone. So we're about to go ahead and get into this spiel. So again, if you're just not joining or you have not done so already, share this stream out right now. Let your family and friends know that you were tuned in for Live in London episode 229. Teddy, you there? And they should be tuned in too, because it's about to get good. But let me tell y'all something. I'm going to talk to the producers because your boy's getting a little hot in his hats and his blazer. We're going to have to drop that AC. Thank you. He's sweating. Y'all can't see it. These lights, baby, it's a lot. All right, so let's get into this spiel real quick. If you're with me, you're with me. Let me know you're with me. Oh, Maya got an IG. I'm going to have to go check it out, Marquita. I'll show them. That's going to be on it. Watch. All right, so let me get into this spiel. Let's pull it up. Let's pull up the email. So if ever you have a secret that you want to share with me and the fellow viewers of Live in London, or you need a little advice, shoot me an email at spillwithlondon@gmail.com. That's right, spillwithlondon@gmail.com. All right, I'm going to trust that y'all done shared this stream out. And so let's go ahead and get into it. Grab your glass and let's sip. This was a tough one. I still don't know what I want to do. I'm going to just read it again, though, to y'all, and maybe my thoughts will come to me. So, like, here you go. My name is Tremaine, and I'm 28. I'm 28, and I live in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I live in an apartment complex that's a good mix of race and even age. A while back, my neighbor, Miss Juanita downstairs recently caught me coming back from the store as I was heading upstairs with my groceries, and she asked me if I'd let her know the next time I was going so I could pick up a few items for her. Now, I've been here for about a year, and she's been here longer than that, not sure how long, but we've spoken from time to time, but nothing like doing a favor or running errands. But she's an older woman, and she doesn't drive, so I agreed. I let her know I'd go again in a few days, so the day before I was going, I stopped by her apartment just to remind her. She said, "Great, I'll have my list ready and give you some cash tomorrow. Just stop by here before you leave," which I did. Now, before she mentioned a few items, but Miss Juanita handed me a list in all caps, but she handed me $65 and said I could keep whatever is left over. I get to the store, get my, y'all, the lights and me trying to read this email, Lord have mercy. I get to the store and get my and her items, ring mine up and I pay, and then hers, and then the cashier said the total was $74 and some change. So I had to swipe my card again, no biggie, it was under $10 and I had it. Miss Juanita was appreciative and super sweet, like my grandma. So she asked if I wouldn't mind weekly running for her to the store, but only when I was going, so not to inconvenience me. I agreed. I'd want someone to look out for for my GMA, if she didn't have anyone around. She even agreed to give me extra so that I could put a little something in my tank too. But I didn't tell her that the groceries were closer to $75 than the $65 she gave me that first week. So the following week, I do another grocery run. This time it's less stuff on the list, but she gives me $60. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll have extra for sure this time. Nope. Total came to $67.85. But again, I had it, so no big. Well, now we're on week 5 at this point of me doing grocery runs, and I've come out of pocket each time. At this point, I'm about $35 in, and that's not even taking into consideration she was supposed to be giving me extra for gas. What should I do? Am I being petty if I tell her she needs to give me more money because her groceries are going over what she's giving me? By the way, I was laid off from my job when this pandemic hit. I'm okay because I did have savings and I was given about 7 days of PTO I had accrued and an additional 4 weeks of severance. But I still have to be conscious of my spending. I don't even eat out for fast food I've been cooking. How would you handle Miss Juanita? Well, Tremaine. Okay, what up, Annie? Whew. Okay, well, so first and foremost, while y'all are still catching up to me, I know there's a bit of a delay. Go ahead and share this stream out right now if you have not done so already. Let your people know that you watch it, and they should be watching Live with London episode 229. Teddy, are you there as well? So, Tremaine, my advice, and viewers, please go ahead and chime in with what you would do. I think, first and foremost, it was kind of you to agree to help your elderly neighbor out. I think at this point where you made your mistake at, in my opinion, was you probably should have well, I guess I should ask the question first. Do you give her receipt? Because if you were smart enough to separate your stuff from her stuff so she can have her own receipt. So if you given her receipt, you should be like, hey, Miss Juanita, so your stuff came to more than what you gave me, but here's a receipt so you can see. You should have did that week 1. But I get it. You sound like you probably like me, like, oh, it's less than $10, no big. But by week 2, she would have definitely got that receipt, and I would have pointed out to her, like, yeah, the groceries came to more than what you gave me. So if next time, just give me maybe like a little extra, maybe shoot me like an extra 10 or extra 15, just so that I make sure that I have enough to cover the actual groceries. I wouldn't care about the whole gas thing. Like, if you was already going to the store anyways, as she mentioned, so that she wouldn't inconvenience you, I wouldn't be pressed by no gas money, right? Yeah, it's nice of her to offer it, but I'm good on the gas. I was going anyways. But I think you should definitely, with you being unemployed, make sure that you're getting your money. Like, because again, clearly it's starting to add up. That first time it was under $10, and the next time it was like $7, $8, and then now to where week 5 or week 6, wherever you're at, you're already up to like $35. Like, I don't think it's petty at all, but I think you probably should like immediately say something like, hey, Miss Juanita, the groceries been coming up more, and I've been making up for it, but I lost my job, and so I need to be very conscious of like extra expenses. Are you able to give more? Or do you want me to take some things off the list when I go up? It comes up to be more than what you gave me. That's my thoughts. Jump into the comments, see what we're talking about in here. Marquita says, I think you should have told her, but you should also coupon and get generic items. That's real. Tyrone says, I would tell her after the first run. Corey says, I would have addressed her the first time. Yeah, like, I think that's where you might have made your mistake at. You probably should have addressed it the first time. And what even I probably would have did, if I didn't say anything, I would probably just showed her that receipt. Like, hey, your stuff came to more than what it was, than what you gave me. But don't stress about it this time. It's fine. Just, for next time, or if I go again, just make sure you try to give me a little extra. But even like what Marquita said, I would definitely be looking for deals. Like, deals and steals. I mean, I know when I did go grocery shopping for my grandma, she liked for me to go because I was her favorite. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. But she also knew I knew what she liked. So if she said she wanted oatmeal cookies, I knew what type of oatmeal cookies to get. You know what I mean? Like, I knew she didn't want, certain type of brand. I knew which brand she would have wanted versus if somebody else went who's not her favorite. They probably would just pick up the first thing they saw. So I think you definitely need to address it with Miss Juanita, and definitely sooner than later, and probably before you even go to the store the next time. I want to bring it up. Annie says, just popping in to say hi. I hope you're well. I hope you are well too, Annie. Good to see you. And Course is around because you don't want her to start using him. Yeah, and you definitely don't want to start getting used. Miss Juanita actually might be playing you. You never know. And if she's on a fixed or limited income, you definitely want to, like Marquita suggested, maybe start picking up some generic items and not necessarily like the brand items or the most expensive type of whatever she's asking you to pick up. That's my opinion. That's my spiel. Thank you for writing in, Tremaine from Fayetteville, North Carolina. But yeah, you want to address that like sooner than later because it sounds like this, you never know when this pandemic going to end and where you might get back to work. And it sounds like you might also be asked to run to the grocery store more often since you've been so well at it for this last month and a half. So that's my opinion. I ain't friendly like that to my neighbors. I speak and keep it moving. That's about it. But I ain't really got no like elderly neighbors neither. So thanks for writing in. So again, if you ever want to write in to Spill with London, shoot me an email at spillwithlondon@gmail.com. All right, so moving along in the show, Corey also says, or took her with me when I went to the store so she can get her own stuff. And plus, seniors get their special hours. That's very real. That's a good point. I don't know how things working in Fayetteville, North Carolina, Tremaine, but yeah, take her to the store with you. Like, is she unable to leave the apartment? Because I would take her behind to the store with me. So she can see how much stuff is coming up to and how much stuff is costing. And getting her out of the house too. Like, she gets special hours. I mean, you get in too early because you're going with her. So you can get all the items you may need. Because I still can't figure out why the paper products ain't in place. I don't understand. Of course, Michelle says, I would have wanted to know if someone does that for me because I don't like generic nothing. Let me know. And Marquita says, and she also gets senior discounts. That's so real. Yeah, I would definitely. Yeah, there you go, Tremaine. Take Miss Juanita with you so that she can see how much it's costing and then see if she can get her own discounts and things as well. All right, so moving along because I don't want to go overtime tonight. Y'all, I saw this thing and this thing took me out. I want y'all to listen very closely to the first few seconds of this because the fire rescue people were definitely laughing at this girl. So this girl apparently was bored at the house and she in the house bored and was playing hide and seek, I guess, with her family. And she decided to hop her big, grown, teenage behind in the washing machine to hide. Now, I might have gave her some, like, freedom if maybe it was the dryer. But most washing machines all have that thing in the middle. So I'm like, how did you eat? What possessed you, girl? Just check it out. Listen to the fire rescue laughing at her, though.
What you doing now? How would you do that? You're older than me. So good. Good job. I'm going to put it on your foot.
Like, y'all had the street blocked. Like, I'm gonna run that back one more time, one more again. They laughed at her. And even what I'm saying, you are too big. You are a teenager. You know better. She should have knew better than that. Like, she played herself for that. Straight up. They is on top of the, like, dryer, like, trying to get her out. 4 people trying to get this teenage girl out of this thing. Why would you hide inside the machine? Like, how did the conversation even go? Like, what in the world? What would possess her? Anyways, I can't. It's too much. So, in addition to that, let's talk about what do y'all hear? Like, I know what I heard. I'm going to play the video and y'all listen to it. And I want y'all to drop in the comments what you hear. I ain't going to tell you what I heard. I want to know what y'all hear. So everybody who's watching, again, if you haven't done so already, share this stream out to your family and friends. But I want to know in the comments when I play this next video what you hear. All right? Des says she needed community service after this because she took away time from an actual emergency. Right. That's so real, Des. Cam says all those 5 strokes was not necessary. All right, so check it out. Tell me what y'all hear, y'all.
People all over the world are listening to this and arguing about it. Do you hear Yanni or Laurel?
Laurel. Laurel. Laurel.
How does anybody hear Laurel out of that? We're going to discuss ahead why the answer is so important to so many of us. You are watching CBS.
Sounds like Laurel.
You hear
I'm
Laurel?
running back one more time.
No.
I want y'all to tell me what y'all heard. All right.
People all over the world
Run it
are
back
listening
one more
to this
again.
and arguing about it. Do you hear Yanni?
What up, Derek?
Or Laurel.
Laurel. Laurel. Laurel.
How does anybody hear Laurel out of that? We're going to discuss ahead why the answer is so important to so many of us. You are watching CBS.
Sounds like Laurel.
So drop into the comments
hear
what y'all
Laurel?
hear.
Yes. No.
What up, Mr. Tommy? Cam says all he had to do was lather her up with detergent and water, and she would have slipped out with ease. That is so real. Use what you got, y'all. They wasn't thinking. Okay, so I see Dan says she heard Laurel. Stan says he heard Laurel. Tyrone says Yanny. Come on, y'all comment. Let me know what y'all heard. Was it Yanny or was it Laurel that you heard from that recording with CBS This Morning with Gayle King? What did y'all hear? Because I know what I heard. And to be honest, I had headphones in when I first heard it. Took the headphones out, just listened through my phone, listened through my computer. I kept doing so many different things. Like I put one headphone in this ear, took it out, one headphone in this ear, took it out. I thought, well, maybe it's a left-right thing, right? I said, okay, Marquita says Laurel. Karen says, I'm trying to hear Laurel. Girl, me too. Corey even says Laurel. I was trying to make myself hear Laurel. All I heard was Yanny, Yanny, Yanny. I'm like, I ain't hear no damn Laurel. I ain't hear Laurel from How to Get Away with Murder. I ain't hear none of that. I heard Yanny. That was it. How are y'all hearing Laurel? I did not hear it. What does this mean? What does this mean? Corey hear Laurel. Michelle hear Laurel. Sade hear Laurel. Dan says Gail heard Kobe. Miss. I cannot with you, Dan. Stan says, oh, one more thing. They should have started that washing machine up since she want to play. They should have started their washing machine on her behind. They sure should have. Yeah, take a bath, right? But yeah, I did not hear Laurel at all. All I kept hearing was Yanny. That was it. But so I'm glad to see that. At least Cam, I guess me and you both the only ones who heard Yanny. Everybody else heard Laurel. Shout outs to the Laurel here. I don't know what this means, Cam. Let's hope it means something good for us. I don't know. We hard of hearing. There's something going on. Something wrong with the world. How do you not hear Yanny? I tried to make myself hear Laurel. I walked away from the phone, came back, wasn't looking at it, only was using my sense of hearing and all that, and still heard only Yanny. That was it. Moving along. Now this right here also took me out. So if you got a weak bladder, I'm gonna say just mute your phone because this thing took me out. So first and foremost, y'all know I don't like half real cable. So anytime I'm at somebody's house, particularly back home in Fort Pierce, I get fascinated by watching shows like My 600-Pound Life, and I will be watching it and just be in like, oh my gosh, right? Y'all, check this video out. Shout outs to the producer sending me this.
You crazy just like her if you think I'm finna pay $19.95 for a family box at Pizza Hut. Wait.
And I'm not laughing at her. I'm laughing at the voiceover.
God.
Okay, so
come around the front and help me out. I should have got in through the back. I don't know what I was thinking. Stop pulling my seat up all the way to the steering wheel. I can get in here. Nah, lift me up. Like, try to pull me out. Like, pull me. Wait, let me put my hand on top of the car and lift out a little bit. Hold on. Pull my arm.
Yo.
Like, pull it like you try to yank me out the car. Like, get out the car. Hold on. Lift me up. You act like you can't lift me up.
Yo.
I bet you lift me up when you want some. Pick me up. Oh my God. Bruh, you act like... Now you let me fail. Now you just get back. Because you try to do that on doggone purpose.
Now, again, I just want to be clear. I guess... I'm laughing at the voiceover. Like, when I watch my season, I literally be watching just in fascination, like, oh my gosh, right? But that voiceover was taking me out. Like, whatever's his name, Kevin Claiborne, like, my lord, the voices. He is, like, being infamous on TikTok at this point for people making videos based off videos that he's done, his vocals. Like, yo, Jesus Christ, this thing took me out. Yeah, My 600-Pound Life. Like... It's like pure gold. It's like so much comedy. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I was feeling bad for laughing for a while, but I said I'm still gonna play this on the show, and whoever want to fight me can fight me. What's up? We can box. But then this also, I saw this, and this took me somewhat back to my childhood. Like, I definitely remember my mama having this conversation with me and my sister a number of times, especially when it came down to us going to somebody's house or they coming back to our house. Like, she wasn't having it. Check it out.
Understand this. When I say it's time to go, it's time to go. Don't ask me.
Wait! Cam, I cannot. Camila said you don't have to give a disclaimer. Her big ass knew better. I'm about to fall out of my stool, okay? Okay. Let me get back to this video with the mama. But girl, let's talk about it. They do keep a man I don't know whether because they get a check or what, but if any of y'all have ever watched My 600-Pound Life, baby, they stay with a man. They keep a man. They got a man. They got a man. So I'm like, well, what? Well, what's in the pudding? Because it must be good. I ain't seen not nan episode of My 600-Pound Life where a woman did not have a partner. I ain't seen not one. Now, granted, I don't see the show that often, but I know what I have seen though. I've seen when the women lose the weight, their husbands or boyfriends no longer want them no more. Nah, so there's some people with some real fetishes out there. I want to point that out too. But let me go ahead and play this video with the Don't Ask for Nothing.
Understand this. When I say it's time to go,
She lined
it's
them
time
up.
to go. Don't ask can you stay the night. You cannot. Don't ask can they come back over here and stay the night. They cannot. Don't get over here acting like you hungry, like you ain't ate all day. If you do, I'm gonna knock fire out of your throat. Don't touch nothing. Don't break nothing. Don't ask for nothing to drink. Don't ask for nothing to eat. Lisa Ann already think her kids is better than everybody else, and they are not. If one of them touch you, you better knock their head off their shoulder. Don't come in there tattling to me about what you think, what you want, and how you feel. When we get ready to go, I tell you how you feel. Is everybody on the same page?
With the keys and phone in
Don't
one
play with
hand,
me.
purse on the shoulder. She said, now let's go. Mama wouldn't have. She said, don't ask for nothing. Don't ask. Can they come over here? Don't ask. You can stay over there. Don't go in the refrigerator. Don't ask like you're hungry. Don't ask you never been fed. But jumping to the comments real quick. Dan says, meanwhile, we over here trying to die and single, right? Corey says, right, and my thick I'm still single. You heard Marquita Mash. That sounds just like you, the woman telling what all not to get. Oh, that's EJ Speaks' voice. I knew it had to be somebody else's voice. I guess it was a TikTok situation. But yeah, they all have men on 600-Pound Life. I just find it very fascinating, quite frankly, that show. I don't know whose idea it was. Apparently, there's a whole bunch of seasons of the show. But I just be like, y'all. So I don't think I talked about it. The one episode I saw that hooked me was when a woman was on a hover round and pulled up at a McDonald's drive-thru. I was like, I have seen it all. At this point, what is this show? I'm just thinking, I was at home thinking like, what the hell am I watching? When she pulled up at a McDonald's drive-thru menu with a hover round and proceeded to order chicken nuggets or whatever it was she was getting. I think she got like a 20-piece chicken nugget and like a couple other things too. And I was just like, I was fascinated. I said, what is this? I ain't never seen no like this. I done seen people walk through a drive-thru, but I damn sure ain't seen them pull up on a hover round. But nonetheless, I digress. What up, Lord, for joining and watching. And so speaking of McDonald's, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, y'all, this right here, I saw this in the Shade Room, I believe, Spiritual World, and it says you got to be a special kind of greedy if you mute the phone to order food. So let's talk about it. So when I was going to like drive-thrus like that, I was that person who would mute my phone because I don't need nobody judging me. I don't need you being all up in my menu and all up in my stomach and worry about what I'm eating, right? But a couple weeks ago, my sister was on the phone with me. And it was like lunchtime. And it might have been like a month ago at this point. And she went to Chick-fil-A. I'm telling all Megan business at this point, right? And so she was like, hold on. And I'm like, okay. I knew she was at Chick-fil-A. And so the girl's like, can I have a name for the order? And she was like, Megan. And she was like, okay, what can I get you, Megan? And I'm not going to say what she ordered. I ain't going to say what all she ordered. So she was ordering her food. And I'm just being quiet. I'm like, am I on mute? I'm like, no, I ain't on mute. Because clearly I control my mute. And if I can hear her, like, I ain't on mute. So when the girl said, would that be all? I was like, damn! To where I heard the girl who was ringing her, putting her order in, burst out laughing. Megan says, I am so embarrassed. I said, well, that was the goal, girl, to of course make you embarrassed, ordering all that damn food. Just kidding. It wasn't that much, but it was like enough. I don't think she was ordering food for her and somebody else. I'm judging slightly because I want to be some fries. But I hit up with that damn. So that's like my thing now. If you ever on the phone with me, I'm letting you know right now. If you're on the phone with me and you ordering food and I can hear you, I'm going to hit them with a damn. Because that's just how I roll. Of course, it's same here. Or act like I'm ordering for someone else. Desiree says, Stan, we being attacked or not? I mean, live your life. Order whatever, all you want to order. But if I'm on the phone with you and I hear you placing your order through a drive-thru, I'm going to talk about you. All right? What up, Terry? T. So, but in addition to food, y'all, so I just recently followed somebody on Instagram, and it was simply because she made this food look so appetizing. This is the shortened version. We're going to talk about her meals that she done started bringing. I'm like, I can do that. She made it look so easy. I can follow these instructions. I gave her a follow, so I'm going to encourage y'all to follow her too if you're on Instagram. So, check out how to make carrot bacon. It will your life. If mine, I ain't even made it yet, but it looks so good. It sounds so crispy and crunchy. Check it out.
Would you see carrots?
Her name is Tabitha Brown. I am Tabitha Brown on Instagram.
You need a shaver. Then you shade it so like that.
Stan says, talk about yourself, Des.
See how it looks real thin?
Look at that. It's
Then
all
you got a
thinly
few strips,
sliced.
but you know what? If you want
She
more
has
than
such a
that, do
calming
that, 'cause
voice
that's
too,
your
like that
business.
Beyonce video,
You're gonna
right?
need some liquid smoke,
Nice
maple
nails.
syrup. Don't call it a comeback,
Step-by-step
honey. You've been here
instructions.
for years.
Come on.
Garlic powder.
Come on.
Smoked paprika. And a little bit of this onion powder with pepper. Like so, like
Of
that.
course, I
Mix
do
this
these
all
movies.
up, because this is your seasoning. And this your concoction for the carrots
Yo,
to turn it into the
ooh.
bacon.
She
You put
just
the bacon in
make
there,
it
make
look
sure
so
it get
good,
thoroughly
right?
seasoned. You can leave it in there for about 2 minutes or so. Put it in your air fryer or your oven. 380 for 5 minutes. Take it out and baby, you
Listen
got
to
some
the
bacon
crunch.
in there. Let's check the crunch.
Get
Listen
ready.
real good.
Listen.
Yeah.
Yo, I want some. Now here's the gag. Like I say, this is not even the whole video, right? So she put it in like a sandwich. Like I can't even remember like what type of like club sandwich it was, but it was like with avocado. It was just a vegan like type sandwich. It was a wrap. It was a wrap. It was like a Caesar wrap or something like that. It looked so fucking good. And so today I was scrolling through her page and she made shrimp tacos. Y'all, the meat was made out of pecans. She boiled y'all need to go follow her. I am Tabitha Brown, I think was her name. Y'all need to go follow her on Instagram and like be in that kitchen because she makes stuff look so good. And she's like just step-by-step instructions and she's so calm and she just, it looks so good. I'm hungry now just thinking about it. Lord have mercy. But it looks so good. Marquise Brown, I love her. Dad says, that's not bacon. Where's the little piggy that went to the market? It looked good though. It gives you that same, I feel like, satisfaction as the crunch that bacon does. But last thing, I mean, for this segment at least, or this part of the show, I saw this and I thought it was cool. I want to play this one day when I start drinking again because it's dry 2020 still up here for me. Look at that teamwork. Look at that focus. Look at the lean. Look at the flexibility. That's my type of game. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, but then in addition to that, we talked about some animals last week. I want to get into it again since Dez brought up pigs, being at the market. Let's talk about these dogs and one of these dogs stepping outside of the house. Looks like evidently to me. Take a look at it. Check it out. Follow Stovetop Kisses. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to revisit these comments and I will follow them too because I need to learn how to cook because I don't really cook that much, y'all.
Well, guys, we thought Billy was going to be a dad, and those are all
Hey, Miss Audrey.
black. We haven't let him see yet, so this may get kind of crazy.
Y'all, did y'all see that? Like, the female dog must have evidently stepped out because that other dog, the male dog, I don't think that's possible. I don't know how that works. I know how it works in the human world. That ain't dog babies. I'm just saying. Stan, let me go try that with Justin. Just I cannot. I'm rolling on the floor, and I know you're gonna try it for real too. Let me know how it turns out. Record it on the cams, please. Thanks. But then I saw this. A producer also sent me this as well. And I thought it was so cute. Look at this little girl. She don't play by her daddy.
Yes. You love me?
She's so pretty too.
Yes.
You love me?
Yes.
You love me?
Yes.
You love me?
Yes.
You love me?
Yes, I love you.
You love me?
She like,
Yes.
you sure?
You love me?
You
Yes.
act like
You
it.
love me?
Yes.
You love me?
Yes.
You love
Say it like you mean it.
Yes. Only you. Jesus.
Watch this. And then just speaking of cute kids with families and times, this has been going around on social media as well. And I think it's pretty dope where people are recreating their family photos. I caught a clip of one I'm going to share it with y'all right now. What up, Siobhan? Let's check it out.
When you're spending every day on your own,
I also happen to like this song as well. I think it's like
just a kid and life is a night. When you're spending
this is a
every
dope.
day
I like this
on
one the
your
most. This is my favorite.
own, and here it goes. I'm just a
How cool is
kid
that?
and life is a when you're spending every day on your own. And here it goes. I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare. When you're spending every day on your own.
What up,
and
Janelle?
here it goes. I'm just a kid and life is.
I just have a thing for triplets. I love triplets. I think it's like, I love twins too, but triplets are just like an elevated level of like so cute and cool. I think triplets are like the coolest thing. Oh, I wish I was, well, I actually don't wish I had a twin or a triplet. I think my sister and my relationship are good enough without having any people who look just like us too. So that's that on that. But yeah, I think we might have to recreate that as well. I think it's really dope and cool. And then just last, as we wrap up this show, because clearly I'm about to hit an hour if I don't do so soon. I had a conversation yesterday with one of the producers, and they were asking me what my passion is. And so I stumbled upon this post today, actually, just before the show, with a quote from Maya Angelou. And it says, my mission. So basically, the producer, or one of the producers, asked me, what's my passion? What am I passionate about? And so I gave an answer that I felt like was full and good enough to where it didn't box me into anything particularly. But this really, I felt like spoke to like some of me and all of me. So it says, my mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive. And I consider the 30s the thriving 30s personally. But nonetheless, but to thrive and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. So hence the reason why I decided to step it up a notch a little bit and actually put on clothes tonight. Once again, even top it off with, my little flags hat, my little jewelry or whatever, a little blazer, a little Dior blazer. Because I think this is important. Like, we do have to still be who we are, even though we're on this practicing social distancing and being on the quarantine and unsure of when things are going to officially actually open back up. I think it's still important to like lead your life, even from home, with some passion, and even having compassion for those who aren't in the best of health right now, or are dealing with the loss of loved ones. Some humor and find things in life that make you laugh. Sometimes even if it's at other people's expense in some capacity. My 600-pound life. And then just some style and some flair, like own all of you, reinvent yourself if need be, go through your closet and see what you can put together, but that you would have never worn before, but you can put it together now, even if it don't per se match. Make it fashion, make it your style. That's the fashion says me too, style says me only. All right. So yeah, that's my charge off for y'all for tonight. I want to thank y'all so very much for rocking with me and watching Live on London episode 229. Teddy, you there? We are like almost like, I can't believe like we were 16 shows away from the end of season 2. Like, y'all have been waiting for 29 shows this season already. I think I've almost about done surpassed how many shows I did in season 1. I think we're almost there. So yeah, thank y'all for joining me tonight and rocking with your boy. I hope y'all have an amazing rest of your week. Shout outs to Stan for winning for the first time ever Title and Artist, Ready or Not by After 7. And yeah, y'all stay safe. I again implore you and encourage you and invite you to stay home and only leave for like the essential places, or if you go on a meetup with like, a loved one who ain't been just out here wilding in these streets. But yeah, stay safe, stay encouraged. I'll see y'all shouting out people. Show love to each other in this. Mama Mashes, enjoy the rest of your week and stay safe. Dad says stay safe, Mom. You stay safe as well, Dad. I, again, greatly appreciate, love you too. Greatly appreciate y'all rocking with me and just keeping it going. I had another quote I was going to use tonight, but I'm going to save it for next week. But yeah, y'all just stay safe, stay up, stay blessed. And I will see y'all next week for Live London episode 230. Oh my God, this season is going by so fast. Jeez. Y'all know how I close things out. Live bold, love loud, and laugh hard. And don't stop. Get it. I'm just kidding. All right. Good night. Love y'all.